Practice English conversation. Talking about poor sleep. Daily English listening. Have you ever felt tired, but you cannot sleep well? Your body feels heavy, but your mind does not stop. The next day feels slow and stressful. It is a common feeling, but it is not easy.
Mark, I have to be honest. I did not sleep well last night, and I feel very frustrated this morning. My body feels tired, but my mind feels busy and tense. I kept waking up and thinking about small things. Now I feel irritated for no big reason.
I understand that feeling very well. I also had trouble sleeping, and it makes everything harder today. I feel slow in my head, but nervous at the same time. It is a strange mix of emotions. I already feel tired of the day, and it just started.
Yes, that is exactly how I feel. My eyes feel heavy, but my thoughts are loud and active. I keep thinking about what I did wrong yesterday. It makes me feel annoyed with myself. I just wanted one calm night.
When I cannot sleep, I start to overthink everything. Small problems suddenly feel bigger in the dark. I feel alone with my thoughts at night. Then in the morning, I feel weak and tense. It affects my mood a lot.
I notice that too. At night, everything feels more serious and dramatic. I worry about things that are not so important. This morning, I feel embarrassed about those thoughts, but I still feel upset inside.
Lack of sleep really changes how I see things. I become more negative and less patient. Even small noises make me irritated. I do not like this version of myself. It makes me feel disappointed.
That is true for me as well. I feel less kind and less focused today. I already made a small mistake and it bothered me too much. Normally, I would laugh about it, but today it feels heavy.
I think sleep gives us emotional strength. Without it, I feel fragile and sensitive. I take things personally very quickly. It creates tension inside me. I wish I could control it better.
I wish that too. I tried to relax before bed, but my mind would not slow down. I kept checking the time, and that made me more stressed. Every hour felt important. I felt trapped in that cycle.
I know that cycle very well. The more I try to sleep, the more awake I feel. Then I start to feel angry at myself. That anger keeps me awake even longer. It becomes a quiet fight in my head.
Yes, it feels like a fight. I want to rest, but my brain refuses to cooperate. This morning, I feel defeated because of that. I wanted to start the day strong. Instead, I feel behind already.
I also feel behind, even if nothing serious happened. It is just a feeling, but it is strong. My energy is low, and my patience is thin. I worry that I will stay like this all day. That thought makes me more tense.
I hope this feeling passes soon. I do not want one bad night to control my whole day. But right now, I feel stuck in this frustration. It is hard to shake it off. I just want to feel normal again.
Me too, Anne. I want my calm mind back. I know this feeling will not last forever, but it feels long right now. Maybe talking about it helps a little. At least I do not feel alone in this.
I am still tired, but I feel a bit calmer now. I have been thinking about my sleep habits. I usually go to bed late because I stay on my phone. It feels relaxing at the time, but maybe it keeps my mind too active.
I think that happens to me too. I tell myself I will sleep early, but then I watch videos for too long. It feels like my only quiet time in the day. But later, I regret it when I cannot fall asleep easily. I feel a little guilty about that habit.
I also drink coffee in the afternoon. I say it helps me stay focused, but maybe it affects my night. Sometimes I feel tired but still restless in bed. It is like my body and mind are not in the same rhythm. That feeling is uncomfortable.
I drink coffee late as well, especially when I feel stressed. It gives me energy for a short time, but I feel more nervous at night. My heart feels a bit faster when I try to relax. Then I start to think too much again. It becomes a pattern.
I notice that I think about work when I lie down. I tell myself to stop, but the thoughts continue quietly. I start planning the next day in my head. It feels productive, but it also makes me tense. I wish I could switch off more easily.
My problem is similar, but with small worries. I remember tiny mistakes or awkward moments. They seem bigger in the dark and very serious. I feel embarrassed again, even if it happened long ago. It is strange how the night changes my feelings.
Maybe we do not give our minds enough time to slow down. I usually finish everything and then go straight to bed. There is no calm moment in between. My mind feels rushed even under the blanket. That pressure follows me into sleep.
I think you are right. I often carry the day with me into the night. I do not really separate work time and rest time. My thoughts feel busy until the last minute. Then I expect sleep to come quickly, which is not realistic.
I would like to create a small evening routine, something simple that tells my brain it is time to rest. Even 10 quiet minutes might help. I feel hopeful when I think about changing this. It gives me a small sense of control.
That sounds like a good idea. I would like to try something similar. Maybe if I treat sleep as important, I will feel more balanced. I am still tired now, but talking about habits makes me feel thoughtful. It feels like a step in the right direction.
After our last talk, I started thinking about my body more. When I do not sleep well, my body feels heavy and slow. My shoulders feel tight and my head feels warm. It is like my body is asking for help in a quiet way.
I notice physical signs too. My eyes feel dry and my movements feel less smooth. Even my voice sounds lower when I am tired. It makes me feel older than I am. That small change affects my confidence a little.
That is interesting you say that. When I am tired, I also feel less confident and more sensitive. A simple comment can hurt more than usual. My body feels weak and my emotions feel closer to the surface. It is like my defenses are lower.
Yes, sleep seems connected to emotional balance. When I rest well, I feel stronger inside. When I do not, I feel more reactive and impatient. My body feels tense, especially in my neck. That tension reminds me that I need rest.
I think we sometimes ignore these signals. We focus on tasks and responsibilities, but not on how we feel physically. My body tries to slow me down, but my mind pushes forward. That conflict creates stress. I can feel it clearly now.
I feel that conflict too. My mind says I should be productive, but my body feels drained. It creates frustration inside me. I feel like I am not performing at my best, That thought makes me even more tired.
Maybe sleep is not only about energy. Maybe it is about emotional recovery as well. When I sleep well, I feel more patient and kind. My thoughts feel softer and clearer. It changes how I see the world.
I agree with that completely. After good sleep, I feel more hopeful about small things. Problems seem smaller and more manageable. My body feels lighter and my breathing feels easier. That calm feeling is very different from today.
Understanding this makes me more careful with my evenings. I want to respect my body more. It works hard every day without complaining. I feel a bit grateful when I think about it like that.
I like that idea of gratitude. It makes sleep feel important, not optional. When I listen to my body, I feel more connected to myself. That connection feels stable and comforting. I think that awareness is already helping us.
I feel different now when I think about sleep. I do not feel angry about a bad night anymore. I feel more accepting of it, like it is part of being human. That thought makes my chest feel lighter.
I feel that change too. Before, I used to blame myself for not sleeping well. Now I see that some nights are just difficult. I feel calmer when I stop fighting it. That calm feeling helps me breathe more slowly.
Yes, fighting it only made it worse for me. I felt pressure to be perfect, even with sleep. Now I tell myself that rest is a process. That idea feels gentle and kind inside me.
I like that word, gentle. When I am gentle with myself, I feel less tension. I accept that my body has limits. That acceptance makes me feel more balanced, even if I am still a little tired.
I also accept that change takes time. Small habits will not fix everything in one night. I feel patient when I remember that. There is a quiet confidence growing in me.
I feel that confidence too. It is not loud or dramatic. It is soft and steady. Like a quiet voice inside, it tells me that I am learning about myself.
I think understanding and acceptance go together. When I understand my body, I judge it less. I feel more connected to myself. That connection feels warm and safe.
I agree with you. When I accept my tiredness, I feel less stress about it. I can still do my best without being perfect. That thought gives me peace.
Today, I am still a little tired, but I am not frustrated anymore. I feel calm about it. I trust that tonight will be another chance to rest. That trust feels comforting.
I feel the same way. I may not control every night, but I can control my attitude. That makes me feel stronger inside. I am glad we had this conversation.
Me too, Mark. I feel more understanding toward myself now. Sleep feels less like a problem and more like a rhythm. That idea makes me smile quietly.
I feel that quiet smile too. Even if tonight is not perfect, I will accept it. I feel ready to rest without pressure. That feels like real progress.
Vocabulary 5 words. Effort, energy used to do something. Example, I make an effort to sleep earlier. Routine, something you do regularly. Example, my night routine helps me relax. Aware, knowing or understanding something. Example, I am aware that I need more rest. relaxed, calm and not worried. Example, I feel relaxed after a good night. Improve, to become better. Example, I want to improve my sleep habits.